reading soldiers' minds using tools such as genetic engineering of the human brain, nanotechnology, and infrared beams. The ultimate ambition, you might ask? Weapons controlled purely by thought. This is how it works. Robinson and team use special viruses to carry DNA into certain brain cells. This DNA then prompts these brain cells to produce two types of proteins. These modified viruses, along with tiny magnets, are then injected into the bloodstream. Just imagine a unique protein that acts like a light-absorbing sponge. This protein is making brain cells react to magnetic fields and light. Then, a special headset, equipped with lasers, light sensors, and electromagnets, is used to detect and stimulate brain activity. The helmet also has detectors that can pick up the signals coming back from your brain. This is how you can communicate with a machine without needing any brain surgery. We can see what parts of the brain are active when you're seeing, hearing, or even thinking about something. It's like a cool movie of your brain in action.
And you wear the hat, you sit in your chair, and you control your weight.
James Fallon, a neuroscientist from UC Irvine, confirmed that this type of gene editing technology is definitely a foundation for the future of mind control.
You put that together with an enzyme called Cas. And so you take the CRISPR that you want to use, and you put these pieces together that can be injected and insert this DNA to certain areas of the brain so that we can change brain cells.
Sure, it's fascinating to think that we might one day be able to move things around with just our thoughts. And that's probably why people are actually taking mind control research seriously. Elon Musk also ventured into this realm in 2019 with his brain chip project, Nerolink. In an experimental setting developed by Nerolink, a monkey is seen engaging in video gameplay, driven solely by its cognitive abilities.
The links record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Page's motor cortex that coordinate hand and arm movements.
This brain-computer interface is fully implantable and visually undetectable. It is designed to allow you to control a computer or mobile device wherever you go. A symbiosis, as Elon might put it. Considering various pieces of evidence so far, and this research in particular, what Annie Jacobson said might not be too outlandish at all.
DARPA scientists put brain chips into the larva, okay, so that when it cocooned and became a flying moth, it had the chip built into its system, making it easier to integrate, and they could fly.
We can understand how it works by examining an experiment conducted by researchers at Cornell University. By using electrodes implanted in its muscles at certain hertz, they can control its flight and speed.
Here, signals are sent to its left flight muscle to make it lift that wing. Different signals can be sent for it to lower its wing, to lift both wings at once, or to make them flat.
It seems that with our current pace of technological development, we have a lot happening. From drones to mind-controlled weapons, from AI-driven robotics to genetic engineering. Perhaps we should pause for a moment and consider whether everything is happening too quickly.
We have to pause from time to time, look into our hearts, and ask, why are we doing this? Am I still going towards Austin, or have I gone too far? Maybe we should change direction.
Future of Life wrote an open letter, warning of potential risks. They requested a pause in the development of tech more powerful than GPT-4 for 6 months. Signed by Steve Wozniak and other key figures in tech, they called for the suspension of training such powerful systems, amid fears of a threat to humanity.
I hope that basically holding it back from being used by bad people or just doing bad things on its own because of the influence it gets when it's trained.
But of course, it isn't that simple to just pause the development of AI and robotics. Max Tegmark suggested that this rapid, continuous development is due to geopolitical competition.
Number one pushback we were going to get in the West was like, but China. Everybody knows there's no way that China is going to catch up with the West on this in 6 months, so that argument goes off the table.
In fact, there's a serious tech war currently unfolding between these two major powers. In October 2022, the U.S. Department of Commerce dropped a bombshell to China by banning the sale of advanced semiconductors, and China has responded by filing a complaint with the World Trade Organization against the United States. Their rivalry can influence various aspects of the economy, trade, and innovation worldwide. But perhaps that's one minor reason why we need to halt this development and take a moment to assess the trajectory of our advancement in a coordinated fashion, as Max Tegmark put it.
We did this open letter because we want to help these idealistic tech executives to do what their heart tells them by providing enough public pressure on the whole sector to just pause so that they can all pause in a coordinated fashion.
I think we need to regulate AI safety, frankly, because it is, I think, actually a bigger risk to society than cars or planes or medicine.
It seems that solely focusing on responsible and ethical AI practices isn't going to do much for all the risks that we have to bear. Regulations should be taken seriously, and halting any kind of development for a while is necessary. The godfather of AI, Dr. Jeffrey Hinton, and author Yuval Noah Harari both concur with this prudent approach.
It's an essential threat of AI taking over. We're all in the same boat. It's bad for all of us. And so we might be able to get China and the US to agree on things like that.
So we should put a halt to the irresponsible deployment of this alien intelligence into our societies and regulate AI before it regulates us.
The future is in our court now, teetering on the edge of our collective decision, because we bear the responsibility to regulate these technologies. So, what path will you choose? Will you halt the march of progress, or plunge into the uncharted? The fate of our world could rest on your answer, so choose wisely.